What did you think? What did you think of the discussion?
Alhamdulillah, I think it was a productive discussion. I was a little disappointed though, because I was comparing it with the Jordan Peterson discussion that happened, and the way that played out was very different to how this one was conducted. And I think part of my disappointment is probably because of the format, the
Yeah,
way,
yeah,
like the asynchronous, the way it happened, and also I don't think Michaela Peterson, or I haven't seen her shows before, but if her like MO is to go through like a checklist of questions and not like try to tease out any answers, like you're not gonna really get like a fully fleshed out response. I thought like
yeah.
she was just giving like cookie cutter questions and just expecting you to like fill out the blanks, kind of uh, uh, open slate, just respond
Yeah.
however you like.
And that's due to the nature of the format because she wants to be balanced and ask each of the speakers the same questions. But the problem is, like you said, she can't ask a follow up question because of that format, because then she'll be
Exactly.
asking questions and then I didn't understand this format because what I felt what I felt is that you know Ayan was uh, answering her questions very aloof to what how badly she was actually looking on the other side when hijab was basically addressing the same questions that she was answering, but also how she didn't live up to her own standards. She's supposed to be a feminist, supposed to be look out for women and women's rights, and is against polygamy and ends up actually being in a polygamous relationship, a mistress, breaks her household. Hijab start mentioning the children's names. That was hilarious, but he's right. It's so true. What was little Ferguson, whatever his name was, the child's name. Like that's true. Those children, their house, like their household was broken. Sue Ferguson and her children, they suffered because of this. So that there was that important point being made that don't be here caring about rights and this and that when you yourself are a homewrecker. You did this to children. You did this to a household, a functioning household. I mean, where are you uh, on the moral scale to be, talking to others as if you're some sort of authority? You're no authority. You're no champion of human rights. You don't even live up to your own standards. And the thing is, she couldn't see those things. So I think my view is she's now seen the discussion and she probably regrets this debate. I don't know what you guys think, but I think she's regretting this entire experience.
They're already doing patchwork, as I said. Lawrence Krauss invited her over to his
Yeah,
podcast or whatever to discuss her new book and her other previous books. They're already trying to patch it up.
yeah, I think so.
No,
What do you think?
another reason I was disappointed was because of the format, because hijab didn't get to address her comments or her responses directly. It He wasn't able to like completely dismantle her like how David Wood was dismantled, because the points were addressed directly, and all of hijab's comments were you know very grounded, but what she was responding to was emotional arguments. She was using emotion, and but hijab wasn't able to respond to that. So I don't think it was like an adequate, you know uh, the job wasn't complete, basically. The
Yeah, yeah,
intellectual dismemberment of
yeah.
the
But it's the
ideas.
best. It's the best possible situation because she wouldn't have agreed to a debate at all. She'd be
Yeah.
absolutely demolished. So this was the closest thing that could be achieved.
Oh, so
That
she
was the best
requested that
possible.
format. She requested that.
Sorry.
She requested
Well,
that
this
format.
is this is the format which Michaela put forward. But Ayan, as a person, just like Richard Dawkins, they don't debate traditionalists. They just
Hmm.
stay in their ivory towers, go to their conferences, sign their books, make money, and vilify Muslims. That's what they do. Um, so yeah, I mean that's the closest we could have gotten.
I would have preferred it like the Jordan Peterson podcast. Like that was in my mind that what was going to happen because Michaela Peterson, Jordan Peterson, you get the whole vibe. But it's definitely left me wanting more because, like, you know, Brother Muhammad, he was saying that he wanted to like skip through her arguments because she had no substance. I had the same exact feeling, but I was like, I'm biased, you know. Clearly, my name's Hassan Muhammad. I'm gonna come in on the Muslim side. So I was like, let me listen to the other side because like that's the fairest approach. But she really just like, I regret not skipping her sections because she just had nothing to say, honestly.
Yeah, and there was so much charisma and mashallah energy and passion and eloquence on our side, and then with her, she's just like looking into the camera. You know, they have to have a male guardian, but making her eyes big, like okay, like that's a storm in a teacup. Like it just came across so weak. Because you know, it's kind of like okay, so other than your enlightened Western liberal audience that you're trying to pander to, the vast majority of the world still has some sort of male guardianship role
Yeah.
to play. What's happening in Ukraine? Same thing. Send the women away, send the children away. You're a 60-year-old man, you're not allowed to leave the country. It's the same thing.
Exactly.
What do you guys think of that?
You know what, as well? Wallahi, I'm not even over exaggerating. All the statements and assertions that she made, I was asked about them at one point in my life when I was from between the grades of 6 to probably grade 9 by other fellow classmates. Like, it's nothing. I'm just, I'm bedazzled that this is the level that we're dealing with. It's just bedazzling. I just can't fathom how you spend your whole life writing books and making arguments for all of a sudden all your arguments or all your assertions that you made to be dismissed by one or two hadiths. I just can't understand how someone can waste their time and their life, years, advocating and writing books about an argument which isn't even there to be had. It perplexes my mind, and this is what I saw today. And by the way, for the things that like hijab and his how he conducted himself, I think it was a perfect mix between, like, it wasn't as if like the arguments that he made were lost with his charismatic nature. No, it was a perfect mix between both. And by the way, sometimes, and sometimes, like, personally, even if I don't know someone, but if I see a statement made by someone such as Muslims worship the Prophet Muhammad, I don't care if you're a holder of 20 PhDs. I don't care if you're a holder of 30 PhDs. I don't care.
That's it, you're gone.
I'm not gonna take you seriously. And by hijab inserting these little points that she once said, we worship the Prophet Muhammad, or at another time she mixed up a hadith with a Quranic verse, or another time she called Surah Al-Fatiha the verse of Al-Fatiha. When hijab makes these little points, she starts to lose credibility, and next time,